Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Looks good. Okay, and it's working. All right. Looks like all the restarting, updating, installing, everything has worked out. Good, good, good. Just give me a few minutes here. I'm sort of still. I'm trying to get rid of this. I forget how you get rid of this particular thing in this multi-view. I wonder if it's just because of the size. Let me try something. Nope, didn't go away. Still didn't go away. All right. And are you getting the squawk gently and lightly in the feed as well? Okay. All right. Phew. We're back. That reminds me, I made a some logo music many times for different companies and stuff, but let's see if I can find this one. Play it. I have a mix down of it. I don't know. That's kind of cool. That was the first version. That wasn't even like the high quality version. I wonder if I could find the higher quality one. I can't show it because it's their copyright, but the music is mine, so I can play that. Were you able to hear that? That's how it came out ultimately. I think there was a little distortion there in the way it played back, but the first thing I played you was like the rough draft. That one was like how it came out after working on it. It just reminded me because we have the start of the show. Oh, I need to get the Twitter feed about to go live here. And then we'll start to look at everything on the radar. I just got to give it a few, maybe 45 seconds before I start the Twitter feed. The market pulled back in global markets last night. It does appear to be being bought up this morning in pre-market. We'll see how it goes. Three follow-through days in a breakout are the sign of strength. So even if we were to pull back, you could expect that things are strong. I might want to write that down. 3 follow-through days on the market on a breakout indicate things are strong. Regardless of what happens for 2 or 3 or a big bad day, they usually then are resilient, recover, and get back on track quite quickly. And that 3 days is a clue to that that's going to be the case. It kind of helps you stay in your trades and be less afraid as far as swing trading goes. All right. Market opens in 30 minutes. This morning, what are we going to look at here? Foxo, which has moved before. Okay, hitting new highs, trying again. This would be the third time. This would be the fourth time it's hit these levels. And let's take a look at the volume signatures when it gets to these levels. Too strong recently. Okay back here, but it did fail out. It was too strong before it. It can't get over $1. It's having a real hard time getting over $1. Way too strong. Now, the supply signatures on Foxo imply that there's a ton of supply just lurking above $1. And that's probably an offering. So we're probably going to skip Foxo, even though it's up this morning. BTCT. Let's see. All right, BTCT. Moving along. Its supply signatures are much better. It's pretty much an entry right now. For a day trade, 40 cents of risk to stop at 420. Do I want to take it? 1.87 million float. We're at 480. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. BTCT. 40 cents of risk right now. No. 60 cents of risk. I'm not going to be able to get 40 cents of risk. Stop would be 420. And this is a nice long base, so I'm glad to be getting in here. When I just started to talk about it, we could have got it at 460. Futures mixed as post-election rally pauses. It's normal. I mean, and we had the 3 days of follow-through. So even if we pull back, we are strong. Things are strong. So this BTCT, so we'll put that on the various radars here. I'm also in Buru, so I'll put that somewhere. So I gotta watch that for myself. Foxo's hot today. We can get rid of DXYZ, get rid of SGN, get rid of whatever that was, VRA or something. All right. There's Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit almost 90,000, 89,983, 90,000. And just pulled back to 86,000. I just want to keep an eye on that because that's pretty impressive. And it's driving like a lot of the show. Whatever Bitcoin's doing is what everything's doing. Don't need to necessarily watch Robinhood. Robinhood or Tesla. Okay, over here we're going 12. 66 $6 exits, 6 share exits, up my 2-to-1 ladder. That'd be every $20. So setting that up right now. So I don't have to think. There we go. 50% to the 2-to-1 on that one set. That is BTCT. It must be Bitcoin related. Also LGMK we got to look at. What did I just do? Okay. It's quite a pullback and then a reclaim and then a tightening. This is actually all right. Well, let's get the selling signature. Selling signature bad. Only 2 million float though, so let's keep an eye on it. LGMK. Cero is moving more. Tisha. Let's see. Cero. All right, that's a very strong move we're getting, but what's the distance? 68%. Yeah, excellent. Okay. So Cero is something we also want to be attacking. But we're gonna have to wait for a pullback setup. This chair is like crazy. The squeaking is insane. I need a non-squeaking chair. Do they make just fucking silent chairs? That'd be great. Tisha. All right, Cero, we're gonna keep an eye on because that's looking good. And now Tisha, let's take a look. Not in love with this whole pattern. No, don't like that. BTC XBP. Europe Holdings. No. Foxo. Okay, we got all that. CCLD OLB. Bureau's in there. no, and no. Checking any other sources. CC and PTIX. Let's see. No, and PTIX. No. Well, maybe. No, too thin. LEDS, I think she just said. Yeah, there's a little pop there. Something's going on. It actually, yesterday, actually moved quite a bit. So today it's, excuse me, potentially continuing from the 185 level. If that risk could be taken, it would be a stop to about 150, maybe 160, 150 to be safe. So about 50 cents of risk on leads. Keep that up. Cero needs to pull back to create an entry. Let's see. Anything else? PTIX, NVRO, Shopify, up 21%. EVgo. So what was the first one? NVRO and then Shopify. NVRO. NVRO is up 21%. Breaking out of this long period here. Just not a lot of volume. Shopify. Good earnings, up 22%. Shop. Let's look at the swing chart. It's opening way up there. I don't know how come I didn't get on any position on this yesterday. I think probably because hard to say which way it was going to go on earnings, but there it is. It is up. And is it being bought up? It is being bought up in pre-market. You can make a stop at 100, as a matter of fact. Let's see what it does at the open, but we're going to definitely get into Shopify for a swing. Not necessarily a day trade, but you know, sometimes these things, they hit your 2-to-1, all of them, your entire 2-to-1, same day. It happens frequently. All right, so we want to get some Shopify off of the open. We're going to have to watch it, though. Lead's not following through. Good deal on Shopify. What else do we got up in pre here? Shopify, Lift W up about 15%. No. All right. That's pretty much everything because now we're getting down to the bottom of the barrel. GNS, Nvidia's up a smidge. Most things are down. The market's a little bit down. Looks like rates want to be up. Okay, so yeah, we're all set, and we actually have 19 minutes until the market opens. We're all set, and we have 19 minutes to go. Shopify pulling back a little bit. Cero maybe going to give us some pullback now. I'm going to go in and just check my Palantir, see how badly it is down. Not too bad at all. And I'm up. I was up 7-to-1 already, and taking extra profits at this point. You know, and I'm still up, but it's, you know, it could pull back, you know, a lot, and then tighten up, and then create a new entry, and I'll be stacking on top of my prior position to snowball it. We don't have another word for that yet. Let's see what else might be down a bit. Upstart. That doesn't look so good. That was almost a 50% retrace back to my entry. I'd like to see Upstart do a little better today than that. And DJT. Okay. What's my RR on that? Let's see. Now remember, I got this right here at 2751 in the void below in the gap because it was signaling to go up. I mean, that's just incredible. I mean, I couldn't have got a better price. So you bet your ass I'm going to be staying in this as long as I can. And I got 4 to 1 to the top so far of the move on DJT, which is not much. Not much of a move. And yet I got 4 to 1 already. See? So it's pretty amazing. Was able to get in right here. That's just like the tippy bottom, you know? Incredible entry. Because it was reclaiming in pre-market the gap down. Open. That is a very special entry technique to get an excellent price. Cerro just keeps going. It's locking us out. That can be a good sign. And let's put the market in the bottom left there. Just be able to watch the market. All right. Also, today will be my second phase in the One Stop Prop account. So we'll see what happens there. Because supposedly I cleared the 8% yesterday. But I still have positions. And it says I passed. But the account hasn't reset yet. So I'd like to see what happens during this qualification stage. Because if your positions carry over, that can or may not be a good thing. That can be a good thing and may not be a good thing. Might be both. So we'll see in a minute here. That looks like this. So, you know, it shows I made the 8% on the 100,000 account. So 8 grand, 8.5 grand. I still have some open positions and an open profit of 400 bucks. And then when you go down here with some of the account details, you can see that profit graph. I achieved the target after several days and that I've passed everything here. The max loss, the max daily loss, the minimum trading days, and the profit target. And so next phase, verification. All right. That's what we'll be. That's what I'll be curious to see. So I'm still getting used to their platform. Working with these people on developing their new stock-based. Well, it's everything. I mean, you can trade everything in there. Prop trading firm. Very cool. One Stop Prop. Use my code EvanDiscount for a 30% off. All right, we got 13 minutes till the market opens. Maybe something else will pop up. Let's keep an eye. Open. Getting a little pullback on Cero. Shopify pulling back. Once the market opens, we're going to want to get some Shopify, whether that's a 1-minute breakout, a pre-market high breakout, a 5-minute opening range breakout, or a 1-hour breakout. We'll see how it plays out. Today's likely to be a pullback day, but you never know. All right, well, we'll have to see if the live stream holds up for a few days here before we get too excited about finally it working, everything working again. Thinkorswim definitely made some kind of an update, and that caused the problem. But it's, well, apparently since been fixed. Cero, Foxo, BTC. I did want to take a look at EVgo, but this has not been a very good chart usually, but maybe it's going to be better. No, it does not look too good. EVgo is bouncing on ER in pre-market. And gap theory analysis would tell us that it should be bought up then, but this is a pretty crappy chart. Maybe it's in turnaround though as a company, and although there's a lot of overhead. So it's not a breakout ER Catalyst Day gap open, and that's probably going to hold it back. Okay, hoping for some pronounced pullback here on Cero to create a new entry, and also this is the first time we're going to be able to see what, what's the selling pressure. And actually the selling pressure is quite high. Even on the minute by minute analysis, you can see that they're almost equal. So that's not too useful, but it's under a million float. So it is interesting. Futures mixed as post-election rally pauses. Wild horse. All right. E-Ride. Okay, that's just the wrong logo. Okay. That's an entry on LGMK. Stop to 19. I'll give it a try. Yeah, looks all right. Stopped at 3 cents of risk. 3,000 shares. Actually, stop should be like 1760. I got too much there. 2187 minus point. 1760 is 427. Dollars divided by all that should be 2,300 shares. I got 3,000 shares. So I'm a little bit over risked on that. I need to sell 600 shares pretty quickly. I'm a little bit over risk, not too much. I would lose like $130 to the stop instead of $100. Not a real big mistake. We got a bunch of Fed speeches speaking throughout the day, starting 11 a.m. Tomorrow we got inflation numbers. That's going to be so interesting. Tomorrow we have inflation numbers, CPI. Then on Thursday we have PPI, which is inflation numbers as well. A little bit more, I want to say advanced, but I don't mean advanced as far as like complicated. I'm talking about advanced as far as a number that's closer to current, a more current number, PPI on Thursday. But CPI is the big huge headline number. That's coming Wednesday. That's going to move the market the most. But PPI is important too. You just don't hear about it as much. And then the Fed will speak on Thursday. That's on Thursday. Today is Tuesday, and there's no real economic reports coming out today. The market is opening in 6 minutes, and we're prepared. All right, I'm looking to get a little bit out just because I got too much on LGMK. And it happened to be out of profit, but that's neither here nor there. Risk is risk. VRDN, Viridian, I think it is. VRDN. Viridian Therapeutics, yeah. On earnings, up 7%. So that's no big deal. First of all, it's earnings. It happens every quarter. And so it's not really anything extraordinary unless it's in extraordinary earnings. But it doesn't look like it. It's only up 7% and on low volume. If in the next 100 years there was going to be someone who could eliminate taxes, income taxes at the federal level, in the next 100 years, if there was someone, I think, there wouldn't be anyone except Trump. That's the only guy. He said he wanted to at least raise the subject. You'd have to have it supported by GDP and productivity, essentially. But if it could be set where, like, so long as we're, hitting a particular GDP level as a society, then we don't have to pay taxes. That could work. So hopefully Trump gets in there and talks about that and entertains the concept further, because that would be, how extraordinary would it be? How extraordinary would that be? That Americans don't pay taxes anymore. Crazy. The Revolutionary War was fought because the British wanted to tax tea 1%. We're now taxed more than 50% between state, local, and federal. More than 50% of our income is taxed between state, local, and federal. And then you've got sales tax as well. And, everything's taxed. And we went to war, Revolutionary War, which is essentially a civil war. No, it's not a civil war. It was not a civil war, but it was a domestic war anyway. And that was because of a 1% tax. We're like, oh, hell no. But now we get 60% taxed. And we just sit and let the government take it. He's only got 4 years, but I hope he gets something like that. Talks about that going soon, so that maybe something could be thought of. It just takes engineering. It's just a problem to solve. And Elon Musk is in there. He knows that. It's just an engineering problem. It's an economic engineering problem. It can be solved for a productive country. Now, a country like where, unfortunately, my wife comes from, Honduras, they have GDP. They have African palm oil, coffee, etc. Lots of products. But unfortunately, it's not enough to sustain a living per person in their country. They have, either you could call it too many people for the resources that they have in their country that they could farm and mine and reap, or they have not enough resources for the number of people. You can put it either way. One or the other is a problem. So the way they make those ends meet is actually their gross number one domestic product isn't actually domestic. It's called family remittances, and that's where you export your people to another country. They work in that other country and they send that money home. It's called family remittances. The gross domestic product, the number one gross domestic product of Honduras, is not even a domestic product. It's called family remittances, and it is money sent home primarily from them sending their children to America in order to work and send that money home. So some countries don't have the luxury of having an incredible GDP that's overflowing. The cup is overflowing, and we do. And we even support other countries, through the family remittances. It's like a leak in the barrel. Okay, my account did not reset, so I don't know how the hell that works. Am I just supposed to close my positions now, or what? All right, let's watch Shopify for potential entry. It's looking like it's going to happen. Looking supported on GS, GME. Okay, all those are looking good. All right. Let's look at Shopify. I would put my stop to about $100 on Shopify, so we'd be looking probably at a $10, 10 share entry, $10 of risk. If it moves, looks like LGMK is moving out of the gate. That's something I already am in. All right, I'm going to be taking some profits into this strength right now on LGMK. I'm now sized down to the proper level. Yeah, LGMK looking good. 2,400 shares is what I have. So 1,200 is what I got to get rid of. So I need 120, 10 120 exits, 10 120 share exits. And I'm going to set that up right now. Basically already there. So $80, $100, $120, $140. Looks like Cero is perking up. You guys might want to get into Cero. Stop at 27 cents. I'm not going to get to it in time. It's an entry now. All right, I lied. I'm able to get into Cero, and I'm in. Over here on BTCT, it's not following through. Shopify, not quite happening yet. And Cero looks like it wants to fail out. That's the sign of manipulation. I think I just got one of the targets off on LGMK. I got a flattened WRD from the other day. That doesn't look good. LGMK keeps going. I've hit several profit targets already now. Up almost 1R. There's some more. Profit targeting. All right, Cero's not happening. I'm going to flatten it right now. All right, that was perfectly timed. Got out for minus 0.7R. RKLB, I'm in that. What's up with that? Down or up? Yeah, so Cero not happening. No follow through on Cero. RKLB up. Okay. And no, I was kind of hoping that provided a snowball entry, but no, it does not. RKLB, I am up on that though. Very nice. All right. Rocket Lab, do your thing. LGMK, backfilling and continuing. I'm going to put some more frequent price targets over on LGMK because I just didn't even have enough price targets set in there to get out 50% by the 2-to-1. There we go. Hello. How are you doing? Good morning. Shopify still has not really provided an entry. So we'd be looking for like a 5-minute opening range breakout, like the high of the day breakout, and 10 for an entry, or an hour later from now. Anything. Am I still in WGS? Let me see. Presume he's asking because it's not doing good? No, it's doing fine. Yeah. There goes LGMK, probably about to hit my take profit. I'm getting kind of a strong drop on PRM. I might have to exit that. Let's go see. It's a swing trade. PRM, getting knocked out of that. I might be on earnings. Yep, earnings reaction below the stop, getting out PRM. Good night, PRM. All right, where did it go? I need to put it in closed. Yikes, that was loud. Alert on AHR. Let's go take a look. As you can see, that was a beautiful stock, PRM. Oh, alert. Oh, I see. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Let's get some AHR. This looks gorgeous. Stop at 25.75. It's at 27, so $1.25 a risk. That would be 80 shares. BTCT, no thank you. Flattening out of BTCT. Let's pull up AHR. Swing trade. And get the 80 shares here. Set that up for some long-term success. Oh, looks like we're having to chase it. I really don't like to chase, so I'm just going to fill right there. There we go. What did I get? 27.10. Okay. That's a good sign. When you can't get into something and you're having a hard time getting in, that's a very good sign. When it's easy to get in, not a good sign. 25.75 is going to be the stop on that. All right. Cero pulling back, not good. Shopify possibly perking up. LGMK just keeps going and going. Very nice. I'm pretty much taking Cero off the radar. Not the radar, but off of the active trader. ALT. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Right after the LGMK. Foxo is continuing. I'm not in love with that supply side on Foxo, but let's just keep an eye on it. Just something I probably want to steer clear of, even if it does work out. Shopify entry happening. Not yet, but it's getting there. You see, it's the entry is happening. 110. We'd want to see 110, and with that, we'd be able to put a stop at 105. So that's 20 shares for me for $100 of risk. Okay, Meta is pushing. Let's go see if that created an entry signal. But Shopify is almost an entry, guys. Meta, what's going on with Meta? Ah, this could be a VCP entry, guys, on Meta. It is. And the stop will be 576. Just make it 575. And it's at 595, so $20 of risk on Meta. There goes the entry on Shopify. I'm in on Shopify. Now over to Meta, because this stuff is happening fast. We want to get an entry there for $20 of risk per share. So that's 5 shares for $100 total risk for me. All right, so we're in Meta and for a swing trade, and I'm going to now mark that off on my chart. 595, 90, break even. Stop. stop at 575. Anybody else getting into these? Whenever you get into something, say so. That's part of being in the group. Gotta let me know what you're getting into too. Meta, and then we went into Shopify. Gotta get that marked off on our charts. LGMK pulled back after hitting a few more profit targets, but that's good. I'd like to see it pull back. I don't want to see it, obviously hit my stop, but I'd like to see it pull back, create a new entry over the next hour. Okay, so we got in at 110.58 on Shopify. Good morning. Hey, good morning. We got in at 110.58 on Shopify. This is kind of a never look back kind of situation on Shopify, it looks like. Although I don't know if I believe it, but hey, it is what it is. 105 stop. Give it a try. Now I'm going to start going through my positions, checking for anything bad going on. Okay, that's important. And then also, additionally, I'm going to check for any add-ons. You need to get those going at the beginning of the day. Certainly by the end of the day. All right, Shopify, all set. Now, Donald J. Trump, what are you doing, stock? Okay, we have more of a pullback, and the volume is projected to be average. So it is what it is. I have plenty of profit cushion in them at like 4-1 right now to let that continue to ride. Upstart, don't love this strong pullback it put in, but it's still in it to win it. We'll see what happens. We don't want to choke the trade off too soon. Riot, pullback. I mean, all these pullbacks are wonderful because they're going to set up a snowball entry in a couple of days. AFRM, pullback at the top. Futu, none of these are in emergency cut loss mode. Futu, here's one. I mean, this is, it's not great. It's hanging in there, though. And it could just finally ultimately take off. But Futu's not great. LX. Can we see LX? Okay, LX has moved into my risk zone. You're already in Meta. Nice, plus 17% PNL. But the Meta that you're in is on PCS or it's on shares? Just put a little PCS after it just in case, because we do it all. Okay, and that's LX. LX is in the holding spot. Sound. Just organizing my stuff here. Okay, sound's doing fine. Now, earnings today or later today or this morning? Later today. All right, we've got a little bit of padding on sound. Kind of not enough. It's 11% padding, but it is in a bullish formation, so we'll just let it be. Sound, Geo. Let's see. Okay, I just talking with the One Stop Prop people. We're just working out the phase 2, trying to get that working. All right, Sound Lift, Palantir doing just fine. Lift, I'd love to see some add-ons, you know. Lift doing just fine. Lumen, Shopify pulling back pretty hard, but on low volume, but not great, you know. And that's what I expected, kind of. To be honest, Shopify, it may not work out because it's a gap theory analysis would show that today should be a sell-off day. So having some pressure can be expected. Was a rinse and repeat from last week's exit. PCS, okay. What's happening with Workhorse, Glenn? You're in Shopify, Michael? Great. Yeah, it's not going to work out. Well, fingers crossed. The Workhorse. What's happening with Workhorse? Yeah, I don't. You tell me. All right. So I trade stocks. You know, so I don't have time to be reading a fucking book. But you go check the news and let me know. Anyway, it is up and it's already on its way, so that would not be an entry. You'd have to have gotten in beforehand. But it does look like it's going to be quite a strong catalyst day. Please let me know. I think Workhorse, weren't they the ones that were making the postal vehicles, electric postal vehicles or something? No, maybe they were going to revisit that again. Lift, Lumen, Sound, GME. All right. GME gapped open lower, but has been putting in a green supported filled in day. That's fine. Faro continues. Very nice. Reddit. Pullback. That's fine. Reddit. Carvana. These are things we're in. Carvana progressing nicely. App. I mean, I'm secretly hoping for things to snowball here. For some snowballs to work out. I'm secretly hoping for that. VRT is something that I've snowballed with PCS. Right, Netflix. Look at Netflix. Good lordy. All right, I probably have to close my lower put credit spread for next to nothing. So let me go check on that. All right, I just got to double check that is situation. 705. Okay, there's the January. I need to get the view of the history on these trades. When did I get into these? The oldest one that I got was the December 7/10/705. December, yes, as a matter of fact, yeah, those are at a very good point. I could probably get 9 cents for that. Let's see. I'll let that sit there for the day unless it fills me right away. No, we're good. MULN, that's Mullen. All right, Netflix. Yep, I've got that order to reap some of the harvest there. CDXD. These are things doing really well, so I don't really need to check on those at the moment. Except for the fact that they might be creating raised stop levels. I can't really say that about this yet. Yeah, it would have to put in a big, tall green day, then I could say. Okay. It technically, yes. What about Tesla? Glenn, you're not going to let me know what's going on with Workhorse? All right. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's fine. We're in that one. Moving along just fine. Love to see it create a new entry soon. GE app. Okay, app. GE. Everything's moving along nicely. GE. kind of pulling back after that entry we tried to get into. Powell. All right, Powell doing just fine. Take a look at Wolf. So LGMK is coming back down pretty hard. Doesn't want to continue. Shopify is filling in right now. Very nice. We like to see that. But LGMK is now back to my break even. I'm going to go ahead and close it out right there because I still am up 0.25R. These volumes on LGMK are a little too strong. So we'll keep an eye on it. That's fine. But we're not committing to LGMK. Nanonuclear energy is doing what? NNE. Okay, it's moving, and that is a breakout entry. We don't have NNE. That'd be nice to get into that again. That's an entry. Stop at 20. I need to get a more detailed view on it, but let's get going on it. NNE. Stop at 2050. Okay, NNE. All right, boom, I'm in. 24.39 was my fill. The swing trade that we like to snowball. I thought I was already in it, but apparently not. I might have got knocked out. Okay, and 2050 is the stop. Let me check the. I'm curious. Let me check the trade history on that. Well, there's got to be more trade history than that. Come on. 90 days back from today. There should be some history there. Looks like I had an exit way back here. That's what happened. It came back down to my zero risk stop level, I believe. Okay, let's see. On the 23rd. Yeah, right there. Okay. So this stop did not go all the way out there. We got out. All right, but we're in the trade again, NNE. And now I can set up those targets. I could set up 12. You know, I got to get out. There's 25 shares, right? I got to get out 12 and a half shares to the up to 2 to 1 based on our technique. And so, you know, I have to round that. What's half of 25? 12. If I want to take 10 exits and it's rounded, they'd have to be 1 share exit. So I could take 12 1 share exits. So that's what I'm going to do. And I know my risk is $100. So I will set up 12 1 share exits across $200 of. So every 17 cents or so, I need to put $17 or so. I need to put an exit. So that's what I'm doing now. One way you can do that is add it 24.3992 plus, and so I know 24.3992. That's my entry. Plus 200. Why does it say 57? Why is that? Plus. That 140. What have I done? $200 divided by 12. No, that's because I know that's going to give me my increment. Oh, it's in dollars. It's not cents. Yeah. All right, well, the other way to do it here. Let's do it the other way. 20, 36. Okay, I believe that worked. See if that's where I put my other order. 20. That's not. All right, never mind. I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to wing it. 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 6.
MPWR. TSHA.
Just having to do the math here. 96 plus 16. 106, 6 to 112.
BTCT halted. BTCT will resume at 10 hours and 3 minutes.
128. What happened with BTCT? BTC halted up. Are we still in that? Did I get out? I did get out. It must have whipped the other way. But it is now moving.
TSHTU may resume in less than a minute.
All right, I'm going to get the rest of these targets set. 128 looks like. 138, 144. As you can see here, I got 9. 44, 154, 160. 10. 176. 11. 86, 92. My 12th exit. So, all right. There we go. And I can put the rest on a stop just in case at 20. 50. Is that what I said? 2050. And then I never have to think about it. There we go. All right, Shopify continuation. That's nice. LGMK with a good bounce actually.
MPWR. HTZ.
We have some things working out. I got to go check on those. RS, in case I have to take profits or something. RS. Okay, I do have profits set on that, so that's fine. WGS, which was asked about this morning, doing well this morning. NVIDIA, doing well. Not sure that I would raise my stop to here if it pushed and broke out. It's not really a mature base. I don't think so. NVIDIA Marvell. Similar situation there as NVIDIA Hood. But am I taking profits? It's not at higher prices anyway, so that's okay. Did you set your exits on shop, Michael? I have 20 shares. You probably, if you only have like 3 shares or 2 shares, then at least set one exit to the 2 to 1. Unless you can do fractional shares.
BTCM. MPWR. BTBT. HTZ. GG.
There we go. Mine are in. And I just need to set one. Stop.
TSHA.
I believe I said 105. Okay.
HTZ.
Bitcoin's moving back up again. 90,000 breakout potential out there for the taking.
MPWR. TSHA.
AHR is lacking the follow through. All right, I'm going to throw Meta into a pilot folder and NNE into a pilot folder. And looks like, what is this, Shopify? Throw that into the pilot folder. And we hope to build that into a bigger position over time.
TSHA. MPWR. TSHA. BTCM. MPWR. HTZ.
All right, so I closed out all my positions on the one-stop prop. And the moment I close out all my positions, it says, congratulations, you successfully achieved your targets in the current phase of the challenge. You're now eligible to progress to the next phase. And then I went over to the account details, and it says under trading goals, it says click. There's a button you can click on, progress to next phase. So I'm going to show you those now as a screenshot in the Discord.
HTZ.
So you know what those look like. All right, so now when I click progress to the next phase, I'm going to find out what happens there. As a matter of fact, I will do that live with you guys.
10 minutes and 20 seconds. HTZ.
Might have to get rid of Upstart. It is just tanking. Okay, see down at the bottom here, it says progress to next phase. So I'm clicking it, and that's it. It zeroed it all out, 100,000s. Reset everything, and then shows, it's that everything's reset. And the new profit target is just $5,000, so 5%, not 8%. And then the max loss is still 8%. So that's good. This will be an easier one to achieve. So does it have Shopify? I don't even know if they have Shopify in here. Yeah, they do. All right, so I'll get into Shopify. I'm going to put my stop, at 105.
BTCT may resume in less than
And pick up some shares off that. I want to get $25,000 of allocation. As you can see here, it shows the dollar amount. It's kind of hard to see. All right, there we go. Then you click this button. Click that button that I just did there. And then you pull your draft stop loss down to your stop loss level. 105.46, fine. And then it converts it into a real stop loss. And now that position is up and running. And look, I'm already up $50, but I mean, it's going to be down in a second. It's going to go back and forth, but you can see it's live. And I will take partial. I do not set this target because that will take the entire position out, and I don't want that. I want it to run. And then you take partial profits like this. You click the edit button, and you would type in the number, like I want to take 10 out, and you click save, and boom, it's out. You'll see how it works. There's a Shopify take profit. First take profit on second take profit on Shopify hit. So Shopify is moving along. Now, obviously, this is for the qualification phase of the $100,000 account. For that, I need to hit a 5% target, so $5,000, and I need to do that in a minimum of 3 trading days. And so we need to find things to get into today that might be moving along. Robinhood, moving along nicely. Very good. Yeah, this upstart, I might have to get out of that. Let's take a look at that. Okay, it's not even back to my break even, so it really is not as bad as you would think. CDXC, I have that. That's a snowballed position. You know what? I might not have any profit targets set on that, actually. So we need to go set that up. Let's see. Few trades on the 4th. There should be more than that. On the 4th, that's back here. I bought. It shows this as a snowballed position. Why? Something weird here. CDXC. Maybe I accidentally put it in that folder. Oh, I think I know why. The shares that I added on might be in another folder. Let's see. No. But they might be up here. CDXC. Needed to merge the shares. No, that's not the case. So something's going weird here. CDXC. Yeah, I bought 150 there, and I've been selling and selling and selling and selling. But I never added on. Okay, I don't know why it's in my snowballed positions folder. Really weird. But today I could easily add on. So let's do it. Here we go. CDXC. We're going to raise the stop to 620. Right now we're at 596. We're going to do that by adding shares. I'm just going to do it manually by guessing. 596.97. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for it to fill, I guess I could calculate it. Okay, let's try 10 shares at market. Cancel that other order. Okay, 6.15. Let's add another 5 at the bid, because now it's pulling back a little bit. We're trying to get this just under 20. Probably that's too much. Probably need to add like 3. Just going to cancel that buy. Try again. There we go, nailed it. So my new break even is 620, and that happened at $7.50, and I did that by adding 13 shares. So I'm going to draw that in now.
BTCT may resume in less than a minute. BTBT. HTZ.
Okay, so added there. That moved my average price up to, as you can see, 620. So we diagram that out. And it also moved my stop up to that same price. No, it did not. The stop doesn't exist, you know what I mean? It's just that we're mentally moving up our stop to that point as well. And so that means it's a zero risk trade now. So we built up our position. It is now snowballed. And we built it up. And now we have to set all those 2-to-1 profit targets from $7.50 to $6.20, so $1.30. $2.60 plus the $7.50 level is 10.1. Every 25 cents from here, essentially $7.50. Every 25 cents would create 8 exits. We're going to do that for half of the position. 44 divided by 8, so 5 share exits every 25 cents. Now you got to work out that math, however you do it. Just got to do it. Can take my classes or have private lessons if you'd like me to teach you more ways to figure that out. So every 25 cents here on this one. So I'm setting up 8 exits. Good to cancel extended hours as well. Every 25 cents up to something like $10. Okay, and here comes the final one. 950. Yeah, the chart moved right when I put it in. I don't know if it put it in. No. 950. There we go. All right, so 8 orders are in. That's going to sell roughly half my position all the way up to $9.50, which is way up here. And it's not quite 2-to-1. You know, some of the math is a little bit rough. That's okay. I could adjust things if I wanted to, but that's quite all right. The last order was 950, I think, so that's going to be about 1.5 to 1. The actual 2-to-1, like I thought, is probably at 1010. Yeah, it's at 1020. So all I got to do to fix that is just spread these out a little bit more. You know, it's not that hard to fix. Put this one all the way up to 1020. And what I can do is I can move this second one up 1 and this third one up 3. I mean, I can just start spreading them out. With the intention of eventually having them all spread out. You know, somewhat evenly. Eyeball it if you need to. But yeah, I think I like it. I think I got it nicely spread out. And that's it. And then the rest of them, 44 shares. Okay, there's 40 accounted for. It's 48 shares. I will put a stop on. At my stop, which should be negative 100 roughly, which was 620. So 619. And yeah, you can see that's my break-even level. That's the process. BTCT really flying. This was one that we were looking to get into, and unfortunately we got knocked out of, and it's just too far along now. Now, if it pulls back and creates a new entry, obviously it looks great. Shopify continuing, and I am now up $260 in the other account, which is 1/20th of my way to the profit target over the next 3 days. Looks like LGMK is going to be testy. and not happen for a while. So I'm just going to take that off of my active trader, and we'll just keep it over here and look at it. Keep an eye on it. Shopify totally going. How about that, Michael? You finally got a winning trade, right? Have you been taking your partials? I don't know. Do you have your stops? You have 8 shares. Okay, so you can set 4 shares. You can set, 1 share every at 0.5 plus R, at plus 1 R, at plus 1.5 R, and at plus 2 R. Did you set it all up?
BTCT. BCG.
Stocks are repositioning. And the ideal result of that is going to be to add on. So that's going to be a beautiful thing when it happens. But in the meantime, you're going to have to let everything deflate a little bit before you can snowball. So let's see if there's any other swing trades worth getting into. Shopify doing fantastic. I'm just wondering, did I really go through all of my stocks to make sure there's no other add-ons? So let me just blast through those again. WGS Payo. Let's take a look. Nice. Payo with a very high tight flag. What a big move it had made recently. 30% move. Payoneer. You're up on Riot. Well, that's good. Yeah. I'm up on Riot, Chewy, MFH as well. I thought I got MFH, but I cannot find it. Oh, I thought I got it. Maybe it's in pilot positions. I didn't. I could have swear I got MFH, but I guess I did not. But all right, good job. And make sure you're taking your partial profits. I just got a fill on something. What was that? Shopify. Another exit on Shopify. Okay, Payo, Marvell, Chewy. Yeah, Chewy's moving. Yep. I don't know if I have any profit targets set on that one. Chewy. Nope. So let's get in there and set all those up. Need to be taking them where I can. 33 divided by 2 is like 16. So I could take 8 2-share exits. See? That's another way to do it. See how I did that? I'm just like, this goes back to grade school, finding the common denominator. So I can take 8 2-share exits. So 8 exits is every $25 of profit on my $100 of risk on the down. So that's how I'm going to figure that out. So that should be easy to set up now. Here we go. 2409. That's basically the high of the day. So if it pops that again, it'll take some profits. Every $25 for me. Not for you. Not for that's going to be different for everybody. These are good till cancel extended hours orders. I just got to fill on something. What was that? Shopify more? No, CNVS. Something that position I have been holding. hit another profit target. It is flying quite nicely. CNVS, I'm up 22% on that. And those profits are being hit. Okay, so those are set. I've got 16. So now I need to sell 17 at a stop. 17 and 16 is 33. That's the total number of shares I have. So I need to set up a stop for the rest of them at my stop on Chewy. Looks like the stop on Chewy should be 30. So I go down to 29.99 or whatever, and there we go, 29.97. Put a stop right there. Good to cancel. Can't do it in extended hours. All right, and it's, it's just a profit-taking machine. At that point, this AHR is pulled back after entry. I'd like to see some better follow-through than that, but hey, it is what it is. I've got perfect. Okay, what's up on Tesla? See if I can take out one of my older options on Tesla. As far as profits go, profit taking goes, originally I got the 225, 220. So that would be the one that's most fully max profited. 225, 220, December 20. All right, close that order. 225, 220. Got to find it. When you go to the list, it gives you so many with your PCSs if you've layered them. 220, 245, 225, 220. There we go. 12 cents with 3 cents to the upside. And so therefore 3 cents to the downside. So 9 cents. I'm going to put that at 0.09. Let that sit all day. Hopefully get a fill. All right. Tesla APLT pulling back a little bit today. This is just a small position, but I have been snowballing it. Yeah, pulling back a little bit today, but yeah, looking good, Look at, we could check back on this position, APLT, in a year. If it moves right, we could be in it for a year. This is just day by day. You're checking on your positions. But, looking back in a year, there could have been 5 add-on points, and we've geometrically scaled that up to something worthwhile and been taking profits, skimming, as I like to call it, skimming off the top as it continues to move, and then rolling that stop up. Roll up. Roll up. That could be a good acronym. Roll up. Risk off. Leveraged. Something. Profits at the very end. Yes, you set your targets on Shopify. Very good. You want me to look at MFH real quick for you? Is it doing good or bad? What's up with it? Oh, gosh, doing great. Hopefully you set your targets on that as well. I don't know how I did not get in. Wasn't that like alerted? I think that was alerted even. Let me see. Yeah. I can't believe it. What on earth? I must have just not got filled. Love to be in that. Or I put it somewhere in the wrong folder here somewhere. I'm looking. No, I don't have it. All right, moving down the list. I'm trying to see if I got any add-ons here. ACIW. No, it's doing good. ACIW. LTBR. Well, that not only isn't an add-on, it's in my risk zone. It's not an add-on, I mean to say. RDDT. All right. Riot, by the way. Yeah, looking good. Oh, I do have a position in Riot. Where is it then? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Okay. Riot, I'm up 23%. Okay. Anyway, moving down the list. We're going to do Reddit. Did we just look at Reddit? I think so. Reddit, Gigal. That's Google, but it's a leveraged version. No add-on there. Gigal, Chewy, Rocket Lab. We looked at. It's doing good today. AAOI. Nice. Back to Rocket Lab. Just look at that. Really great risk reward. And moving into earnings, which is coming out after the closing bell. Rocket Lab, where are you? I'm up 28% on Rocket Lab, moving into earnings. That gives me some padding, and I've already taken profits up the 2-to-1 on half of my position on that because it's gone up 2-to-1. So like from here to here, you know, it maxed out at 2.6-to-1. Very nice. So my real point though is now moving into earnings, now we've got the padding. You know, and it's been good. The earnings run has been good. So we've taken profits. Even if we went to my stop, which without taking profits would mean I'd be down $100. So if price were to drop from $15 to $10 on bad earnings tomorrow, without taking profits along the way, that means, yeah, I'd be down $100 on that hold tomorrow morning or in after hours. But I've been taking profits on that along the way, 50% to the 2-to-1. So if you think about that just logically, it means that I've taken out half of twice my risk. I've taken out half of twice my risk, which means that if price gets all the way back down to my stop, which normally would be negative $100 in my situation, my risk is negative $100, that's actually a break even par on par, all in all. And so I even could go down one more full unit of risk like that to as much as $8.50. And at that point, I would be down minus $100 on the whole venture. So you can see how, you know, using the 2-to-1, taking the 50%, getting into these things at nice trigger points and all that really helps you hold through in earnings, because it's at $15 now going into earnings in after hours. So I technically can only lose $100 all the way, even if it moved all the way down below $9, like $8.50 from $15. So the stock could get cut in half. So I'm set up pretty nicely, is the real point. You're set up pretty nicely when you have a run up like that, or you have a profit or a snowballed position that's been building into an earnings release. Obviously, you hope the earnings will hold or even do well and maybe even gap up, you know? And that's the situation where you start taking some profits, or depending on how it's shaped up, you could add on, etc. All right, continuing to move through positions here. AAOI. Yeah, do I have profit target set on that? I hope so. Yes. IonQ. Nice. Not necessarily an add-on. I don't think I would add on if it even broke out up above this level and move my stop up to 21.26. I don't think so. Yeah, it's just not a mature enough base. GWRE. Okay, nice. Prim. Nice. Oklo. Staying in the risk area. Amazon. Fine. Powell. Good. Oh, wait a minute. Gigal. I have something Gigal. That wasn't a Google stock. Gigal. Grupo Financiero Galicia. Okay. But I do have Google, a leveraged version of it. Yeah, that's doing fine. It's hanging out at the 2-to-1. I don't really have an ad situation on that yet. I'd need a more mature consolidation. Kava. Looks like probably it reports, yep, in after hours. Same kind of thing there. You know, I hit the 2-to-1 yesterday. So I've got the buffer to this stop level here. but it looks like I've actually, okay, I just moved up the mental stop to my break even. Just happened to be able to do that. I couldn't add on though, but I did move up my mental stop to the break even level. That's where I would want to stop out. But I'm good to even minus $100 to $118, and it's at $100 and almost $50 going into ER on Kava. MMYT. Yeah, that's not sitting too pretty, but it's doing its thing. APP. Lunar. Lunar, very nice. I don't think I have any profit targets set on that. I guess I do. Good. Lunar. Hilton. Very nice. GE. Yeah, I think I looked at it earlier. Okay, a little bit of a pullback into our area here. Madrigal Therapeutics. Pharmaceuticals. Those multi-day pullbacks, those are what can create new stop levels in mature basis. So I look forward to when the stock stalls out like that and goes through a resting phase. Where was I? Magical Pharaoh. Lyft, we looked at it earlier. Carvana, we looked at Nano Nuclear GME. Nice. GE, there it is. Riot, Geo, Lumen. Have we looked at Lumen lately? I don't think so. Good. Hopefully it's going into a resting period. Sound, Futu, Palantir, Meta, LX, Affirm, DJT, Upstart. And just to triple check on Upstart, it continues to fade, which is not great. I hope for better. I'm in this SMLR from yesterday. Okay, it's progressing along. I think I don't have profit targets on it. Yes, I do. Okay. VRT, Netflix, IJIC. What's IJIC doing? We added to that the other day. Okay. All right. Anything you guys need me to look at, let me know right now, or forever hold your peace. LGMK. See, this is why I kind of didn't want to get back in. And now it's fading out. Cero, LEDs, Foxo, Shopify, the one we are in, is the one doing the best. Shopify continuing. Where are we at on Shopify? We're up 3.45%, which for, what is it, a big cap? That's pretty good. Yeah, it's a big cap. Yes, large cap. All right, I'll keep you posted with anything else. I've been starting with NNE. Okay, good. Okay, I'll let you guys know of anything in the group. All right, so see you guys in the Discord. Have a good morning, everybody. I'm ready. I don't love it for whatever reason, and trying to figure that out. Yeah, same. But, kind of don't worry about it. See, when I pull it up, what you have here is this move here. So that's 171% in 7 days. And then you have this breakout here, but from the lower level even, all the way to the top, 30% in 11 days. And then from here to here, 148% in 7 days. And then from here to here, 83% in 6 days. So the point is, if you can catch one of these moves, you can really set yourself up into a good situation. You do have to set a wider risk a lot on these kinds of crazy stocks. But you're trying to get 50% to the 2-to-1. You're trying to get the thing to behave a little bit, just enough, long enough to maybe get an add-on to roll into a larger position and then take 2-to-1s on those and, get what you can get. So we're in it because it's absolutely hog wild, crazy type of ticker, which can move hundreds of percent in a few days. That's why we're in it. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you back in the group.